All right. Hope you had your coffee or espresso, which is what I like. We're about to start stage 3. We last left off, my epithelioid cancer metastasized to a lymph node. Wasn't sure about surgery and all that, so this is what happens next. Dr. Fleming sends me to a urologist that he would like to see if this urologist would do my surgery with him. To go back in there, get that piece of tumor still in there, and get some more skin out of there that has cancer cells in it. I went and saw Dr. Zachary Kaur. He's a urologist, and he walks in and he goes, "So you're the 2%er, huh?" And I'm thinking, yeah, I sure am, thanks. But it was funny. What he meant by that was, of all cancer patients, only 2% have sarcomas. So it's a very rare thing. Of that 2%, only 0.5% have epithelioid sarcomas. So you're getting real into the rarefied air. It's usually in the hands, the legs. It's just rare to even have one where I have it. But he pretty much scared the shit out of me about the risks of surgery. And one thing I wanted to mention is, after these really scary doctor appointments, from the ones I mentioned earlier to this one, life goes on. Like, it doesn't stop because you got diagnosed with cancer. My kids still need health insurance. We still need to pay the mortgage note. And not to mention the constant medical bills that I'm still paying to this day. It's a really difficult thing for anyone to go through this. And it hurts my heart to think that anyone does get shell-shocked with information like, you might have cancer, you do have cancer, your treatment's not working, and then you're like, okay, thanks, see you later, and then you're in your car driving to work like your life's just been turned upside down. But back to the story. I elected to do it. So fast forward another couple of months, I'm on the table for round 2 of surgery. But this surgery was a little bit more complicated as well, because they also had to take out that lymph node. He took out that one lymph node, and he took out, I believe it was 9 others around that lymph node. Because if the cancer traveled, it would have hit those lymph nodes more than likely. So they took those other lymph nodes around it out. So after the surgery, I come out of the anesthesia, I wake up, and I'm in the waiting room with my wife. And Dr. Kaur comes in, and he didn't scare the shit out of me this time. He actually said, we got it. We got that tumor out that was left. And I wanted to hug him. You know, it was really good news. My wife finally got some good news. So that was a major hurdle. So we got through that. And they did tell me that I could go home, but they wouldn't recommend it. But I'm a very stubborn, strong-willed type person. I'm going home. I get up out of the wheelchair, and I almost pass out. My wife said I turned white, and I fell back in the chair, and immediately everyone was like, "No, you're staying." So once again, I mentioned this pump coming out of my thigh. So yeah, I got that thing again, and it keeps filling up with blood, and they'll drain it, and more blood fills up, and I'll drain it, and more blood fills up. About, 2 in the morning, basically tell me I gotta have surgery again. So they call the surgery team back up. Everyone comes back. So back on the table again, anesthesia, all that stuff. A blood vessel was nicked and I was losing blood. So I needed a blood transfusion. They needed to go in there, repair it, and they did that. So I ended up staying in the hospital for a couple of days. It was just a bump in the road. You know, I was laughing at that moment where I got up and I almost passed out earlier that I told you about, but the reality is being stubborn and hard-headed can get you killed. And if I would have went home, I wouldn't have been able to get the care and get back on the operating table in time for that blood vessel to get repaired. So I'm lucky, and that's foreshadowing one of many points coming up that my hard-headed stubbornness almost got me killed. And good thing my wife was there to stop me from getting myself killed. So I go home, I start the recovery from the surgery. I feel a little bit better. I do have to wait and see about the tissue sample coming back. A couple of weeks later, I go see Dr. Fleming, and he tells me the tissue that they got out did not have cancer cells in it, and those surrounding lymph nodes did not have cancer in it. Finally. So I really feel like things are on the up and up. However, my oncologist at the time, Dr. Albert Weeks, decided it would be a really good idea to do radiation on the area of the original tumor and then follow it up with chemo for the cancer that metastasized. So I'm going to end stage 3 here. As usual, check your lumps. And if you don't mind, please subscribe. I don't say that enough, but it would really help. So take care. Sleep good tonight. And I'll see you at the starting line for stage 4. It's going to be a tough one.
Subscribe to my channel.